What's up, the Bodybuilding Show brought to you by ProSubs. Today I got John Wertz, I'm V, and this is the V Bodybuilding Show. It's love to have you on the show, man. Congratulations. I don't like that one so really.
What's up, guys? This is
the V Bodybuilding Show.
What's up, guys? This is V Bodybuilding Show. Brought to you by.
It's not as easy as it looks, right?
It's not. What's up, guys? I'm here at V Bodybuilding Show. Brought to you by.
By Metroflex? No, by High Health. It's brought to you by High Health.
What's up, guys? We're here at V's Bodybuilding Show. Brought to you by ProSubs. I'm here with V himself.
That's right, I'm V. This is NPC overall champ John Wertz in the house at the Mecca once again for another episode of your favorite bodybuilding show, hopefully. Bro, it better be. That's right. Dude, I had a chance to speak with you backstage with your trainer, PT by Joe Valdez. No stranger to the V Bodybuilding Show. I want to thank Joe Valdez for always supporting the V Bodybuilding Show. All the time.
Love that.
Yeah, before we get to jump, I want to hear about what happened before, but let's just go right to the victory now. Take me back to
that was fun.
Okay, you're up there and you win your class. So now you walk out and you're in the middle. Take me from that point on.
Okay, so I won my class and I was pretty excited about winning my class overall in the beginning. There was a lot of good competitors up there on stage. I was definitely checking them out backstage.
Yeah.
And then
sizing
up my talent backstage I was and making sure.
All covered up?
Yes. I was definitely covered up.
I like people like that do that because I want to size people up and I'm like, what's he got under there? Let me see.
That's why I do it.
Yeah.
People hate it, dude. And I hate it too, but most people don't even do it because I think I was the only one back there that actually was doing it.
Was that Joe Valdez's idea?
No, that's
how you are.
That's just how I am, man. I'm like super deep thinker and like what are these guys thinking about me? Like so if I'm just covered up, no one's thinking.
So if you saw a guy that had a better chest than you, would that change your pose from maybe being over here to something different? Or when you say you size it up so that you could kind of make those adjustments on stage, it's got to be one of those things to where, if you have a stronger front and you're doing a pose down, you're going to really have more front poses and show. If you have a back, you're going to be showing a lot of back.
Exactly. I'm going to show more of my qualities and assets that I have over his good assets and qualities that I have. If he has a better chest than me, I might show my oblique or something, even more of my oblique, or maybe my abs or my waist is thinner, or.
Let's see these abs right now. Check it out. All vascular. Good job. Yeah. All you're lacking right now is protein.
Decent pro tanning. It's good tanning. Yeah. I like pro tanning.
Pro tanning's good. Hey, this guy doesn't have a sponsor. We'll get to that later too. Why doesn't he? He's an overall champ. The elusive overall title. In your first NPC show, coming from the OCB. Nothing against the OCB and the natties over there. Some good competition for women. But the NPC, that's where you get the real competition for the men.
Yes.
I think. And even the women too. It's just a step up, and I think that's I commend you for getting your dipping your baby toe in, seeing the league with with a smaller show, and then you found I need to.
I had to get the jitters out. Yeah. I had to get
that was a good idea.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did win the first one for the natural one, and then I did win the next one for NPC my first time. But from that point, I watched my videos on the OCD. I watched myself pose. I saw all kinds of photos that I was posing. I was like, wow, I can get a lot better than that. I can adjust my posing. I can stand up taller. I can get more cut. And so I tried to do exactly that from that competition 2.5 months later. For the next one, I practiced my posing every single night. I got on a little bit better diet plan, and I would just hit the gym a lot harder. And then I changed from that position to the next one, for the NPC of Arizona. And now I'm going to Pittsburgh to compete for the IFBB Pro card and on a different plan for that one as well. So each time I have a game plan that I'm set up to achieve my goal and win overall. And each time, each week, each day, I take step by step, and then write all my stuff down that I'm going to do, either pack the food, all my workouts, and I'm just prepared for the next day.
It's cool to have, an overall champ at Metroflex in here filming what he's doing, posting it on social media, some of the exercises that you're doing and stuff. I mean, I get, Sean and I are working out. Like, dude, that's sitting hard, man. You're right there next to us. And
I'm thinking the same thing about you two.
I know, it's good to have you here. I'm glad you're at Metroplex.
Dude, it feels like home. I mean, you go to Gold's Gym and 24-hour fitness, nothing against them. I love those gyms. I've been there from 18 to now. I mean, you just want to take that next step. You want to hit the competitor's gym, and this is what that gym is, where all the competitors come, where you're taking it serious, and then you got to kick ass and try to win the next competition. So this is the gym to come to, out of Vector Gym. I love this gym.
Yeah.
It's the best gym.
Yeah.
You got all the
pay him
old
to say
school
this.
equipment.
Sounds like a commercial.
He did. That was yeah, man. He's got a calling in broadcasting. He did introduce my show.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great gym.
So, you skip that, that's awesome, but, you win your class, okay? I got a little off course there.
Yes.
You win your class. They shuffle you off stage. I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, I was confused when I was, my first overall.
The moment they shoved me off stage and we won the little medium-sized trophy class B that I was in, I immediately grabbed one of those bungee cords and just started getting the pump on right away. I have like my own kind of 30-minute routine that I put together for myself that develops my muscles out the most, where I can see them, and just immediately got the pump, immediately do the push-ups, immediately grab some of my Skittles that I eat right before I get on. I love Skittles. And so I did all that, got prepped up, said, I got to win the next one. You got to get back out there, and you don't know what's going to happen. The other three guys were division, so I got to get ready for the next part. And that's what I did, and we came out there, and we walked out there, and before I got out there, I shook all the guys' hands, and good luck to the next three people that are in the division, and chatted, and then we went out there and just stood there, and they called my name, and I was just like, wow, no way. My first ever NPC show I won, the whole thing.
About that show, it was very deep show. I mean, because every class could have been your overall champ. Every class, between first and fifth place, you were definitely a standout. I even told you that before. I'm like, wow.
I remember that, yeah.
I did. I'm like, whoa.
I've been a lot too as well, man. To see guys from yourself coming from you, man, I'm just like, that's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Definitely gave me some more confidence up there.
Right on. Well, I'm glad I could have that front on. I'm just being honest, so that's a good thing. I want to go back to this OCD thing. It bothered me that I'm bagging on that. It was a joke to my boy who's filming, Sean, who's calling that a bodybuilder. It's a little insight thing. So to the public, it's all good. Okay, I want an OCD.
I love
athlete.
OCD.
Yeah, it's all good. I want to just go back and clear it out. It's been on my back of my mind when I'm talking to you right now. I'm like, oh, it's kind of a slam on them. I didn't mean it like that. So for the record. So on back to John Wertz, the NPC overall physique champion. Do we call you Mr. Arizona? Because there was a time where I thought that Mr. Arizona was a bodybuilding title, and I see these men's physique guys that win the Western Regional or the Arizona Open that you won, saying, well, Mr. Arizona. And I'm cool with it.
Everybody's been saying.
I'm cool with it, but I think it should be men's physique. So physique should be, I think it should be differentiated.
Definitely should be.
Because the title is really something that Miles allows us to use. And I remember I had to ask Miles, hey, High Health wants to use Mr. Arizona in their advertising, but I'm the Western Regional champ. And he's like, yeah, it's back in the NA or whatever division. It's been dead for a while. He's the chairman. He's like, oh, you can use it. And then now this physique, so what do you do? What do you do with men's physique? Is it, are we both Mr. Arizona? Or are you physique Mr. Arizona?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, physique and then
because I noticed on your social media that you did write.
Yeah.
What does it say? Physique. Mr. Arizona physique.
Men's physique, Mr. Arizona, yes.
Yeah, and that's I think that's respectable. Thank you for doing that. Because there was another overall champ that was a friend of mine, and not that we ended our dissolved our friendship over that, but he was just using Mr. Arizona. And I said that's not right because a bodybuilding titles. There's a lot of other bodybuilders that are talking about you. So if I were you, I would just put physique in there somewhere. He's like, yeah, whatever. He didn't do it. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just saw that when I went to your IG. I'm like, my boy, I knew I liked this guy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to represent something that I'm not.
Well,
I'm
dude,
not a
let's
bodybuilder. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I love physique.
well, let's talk about what really got
They
you
are
into this.
completely different.
Let's talk about what you really got you into this, which was being a fitness model. It was a goal that you've had
Yes.
for a long time.
For over
So
10
you
years.
kind of ended up in the NPC. Now your path is kind of, it's the same path, but it's actually a good way to get into
exactly a stepping
fitness model.
stone,
Yeah.
a door opening up for me, and definitely if you do win those competitions and get your IFBB pro card and you win even more after that, it is a huge stepping stone to get into fitness modeling and do more photo shoots and be on magazines, which was the ultimate goal way back when, I was 21 years old and 19.
That's a good goal because if your goal was I want to win as many shows as possible, you'll be poor. This
Yeah.
guy wanted to be in magazines and videos, make money, right?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm an electrician.
You're an electrician. That's awesome.
It sucks, man. I'm waking up at 4:30 every morning.
That's what time I get out.
Nice.
4:30, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
It has its pros and cons because actually
Get off a little bit earlier.
Get off a little bit, and then you're up for the whole day.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're not sleeping into 10 o'clock. When I sleep into 10, I'm like fatigued and tired, and then miss 2 meals. So
Right.
I'm up, but then the work sucks. And I'm outside doing hard manual labor. I'm inside, so I'm climbing freaking ceilings and like.
Is it service work?
It's commercial work.
Commercial service or just new
It's,
retrofit? What is it?
We do new modeling, we do freaking commercial, we do buildings, offices and stuff like that. We do residential sometimes.
So
as
new
well.
construction and service.
Yeah.
Service like
And
they like, oh, our power's out. What they call you and you go fix it.
No, we're on a small company. Like I'm in a small 2-year company, Rexel Electric,
Okay.
and we basically bids for jobs like commercial jobs, like offices and put stuff together and so stuff like that as well. And then tell us that we let you know. But it's all commercial. Most of it's commercial.
Well, I think that's a great career to be in. I mean, you
For now.
well, I mean, you can make. I'm in the plumbing business, and we're going to get into electrical. And I'm telling you, if we do get into electrical, we need electricians. You will always have a job.
Exactly.
And that's when you have a trade like that, you can go anywhere and always get a job. So, good job.
Hey, you too for the plumbing.
Yeah, well, I'm making it clear, I can plumb. If you want it done right, I'm going to send you one of my plumbers, and I would probably be in Melbourne on the job. Because I could get it done, it would just take me like 3 hours. It would be fixed right. But these guys do, these guys are skilled. Look, they get it done, I'm like, wow, how'd you do that? Right.
They're skilled to do that shit. Yes.
Yeah.
I've only been an electrician for 6 years, and I'm not even the greatest electrician to know all the stuff. I just do it to pay the bills for now and get through all the competitions. And
Well, we'll talk after the interview. I have a lot of connections. Maybe I can. I don't know how close you are with your boss, but I can maybe get a little bump up and get another job if you wanted to.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Have
That
a
would
double.
be pretty sweet.
I will talk about that.
That'd be a lot better. Shoot.
And then he's gonna be like, dude, I love being an electrician, man.
Love this guy
Awesome."
already.
Well, I hope that there's a lot of photographers that are probably watching this. I hope it's a bodybuilding show. It's a good place to get some prospects for photo shoots. You're available to get a hold of John Wertz. It's just John Wertz on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm sorry, Jordan. On IG, it's John_Wertz. That's WERTZ on IG. So hit him up if you want to get a hold of him for And you also got some online training. JohnWertzFitness.com. Site's still under construction, but looks
YouTube
like
as well, John Wertz Fitness on YouTube. I post all my motivational stuff, inspirational stuff, all my workouts, and just in general life living, fun things.
Well, I love your passion for the sport. I want to talk about your journey to the IFBB and hitting that show, national stage, and going after that card, and what that means to you, and what you would do with that IFBB Pro card. Does that mean to you giving back, becoming having more credibility as a personal trainer, or are you someone that's like, I want to be stand on the Olympic stage. I want to be Mr. Olympia. What is your ultimate, what happens if and when? Let's not say if and when, let's put it out there.
Okay.
When you get that pro card.
I like that. Both. I'm going to say both. I want to do both. I want to get back and do a lot of those things you said, and do photo shoots and do like the promotional stuff for people and help people's businesses out and motivate and inspire other individuals that are trying to do the same journey that I'm doing. That's my ultimate goal, is to build a huge website for everybody and everybody to we're all in it together, you know, and I'm teaching everybody how to do it. I'm helping them out with the mental part, because the mental part's always the hardest part to me, I would say. I mean, the diet's pretty hard, the workouts are hard, but
the mind is more important than the body.
Powerful than everything else. It is. And that's the hardest part to do, is the mind thing. So I want to help people go over the mind part and help motivate them and inspire them in other ways to hit the gym. But that hitting the gym isn't just about hitting the gym and looking hot or sexy or than that. It's way beyond all that. It's deeper. It's about your mind and being not depressed and being motivated and being ready to.
You know what I call it? I call it, if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to get it. You have to really
You gotta earn it.
You got to really want to look like that.
Yep.
And if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to do it. So
Exactly.
anybody that has put in their, you know they put in their work. Because, you know, I mean, you're not going to get there from supplements. And really, the training for most of us is an outlet. It's something we would do anyway. It's fun. And eating all that meal and the meal prep, that right there, I think, is the most important part of being a bodybuilder, is having your meal prep, having your meals with you, eating your food. And it's not just about eating the food, it's very difficult to eat your food when you're not hungry. I don't like it. I don't like the food. Like now I'm real, having like 5 meals a day right now instead of 8, because I'm just competing on this kind of, Yeah, and you've been on your journey for a while. So you ended up. Let's talk about Joe a little bit. PT by Joe in Scottsdale, one of the best teams.
Best trainer I've ever
been with. PT by Joe, one of the best in the country, really.
Not just about training, man. He just does so much more for me as an individual person. When I take it outside of training and outside of the fitness world, Joe's there to help clear my mind and he understands what I'm thinking and my crazy thoughts and my deep thinking and just, you know, stuck in the middle sometimes of what to do and not to do. And he knows we have down days and we have great days, and he's always been there no matter what. Even when I came to him and kind of worked out with him, did some posing, and then left for a few months because, you know, I thought I'd do it by myself again. And of course, came back to Joe in like 3 months. It's like, dude, I'm just going to give it all to you, Joe. I don't know what the hell to do, so help me out here.
Yeah, he taught you a lot. You know, you wouldn't be where you are today if it wasn't for Joe.
Within 6 months.
Yeah, and it was really, you know, you have been trying to attain this physique, but it wasn't until you got the nutrition down is when you finally attained the physique. I always want to make that clear. This is a bodybuilding show. It's about your nutrition first.
Yes. You build your physique over time. You don't just build it 1, 2, 3 years. Like, you don't just say I'm going to be an IFBB pro and start lifting, and in 2 years you're a pro. I've built it since I've been 18 years old, always working out every single week, just consistently for 10 years now. So now it's just plugging in the nutrition and plugging in how to control your mind and all your fears, and not allowing that to control you, basically. And just really diving down to what you really want in life.
It's beyond difficult when, you know, you're going to get your body and have very, very low fat percentage. It's actually, to me, it's more of a spiritual thing, because you have to have, like, Sean, you know what I'm saying? Can you feel what I'm saying, Sean?
I got you.
It's beyond difficult. You have to really like connect your mind, your body. It all goes together. And you know, keep the cortisol levels down. Okay.
Yeah. Seriously.
What's your favorite body part to work out?
I would say my chest.
Yeah.
Chest.
Probably most people would say that. Me too. It's one that you can never be big enough.
Right?
Jesus.
Oh shit! It could always be bigger, man.
And we were talking before. I mean, obviously you're men's physique. You don't really have to worry about your legs. But we had a little discussion about, you know, doing your legs and what it can do for your upper body. So, you know, I think that you're going to get even better once you get a little bit, some of these different things that we were talking about that you blend in with what you're doing now. I mean, you look amazing now, but I mean, this isn't the best John Wertz just because you're the overall champion. You're gonna be a hell of a lot better, which is scary for the competition. You know, look out! I'm glad I'm not in men's physique.
There's a lot of guys out there. I mean, lots of guys have great bodies and physiques, and it's just how you present to everybody in the world. You know, what you see in the mirror is what you show the judges.
Well, I love posing. Posing, and it's one way to hit your pose, but to hit your pose with confidence and with a little flair and a smile. putting all that together. That's why you'd be a good fitness model. I mean, you're doing that on stage in front of thousands of people, and then now you have a couple, white people and photographer.
It's way easier than doing modeling shoots. I mean, I've done modeling shoots before off of Model Mayhem, but yeah, it's a lot easier than being up in front of the stage with like 10 different lights shining at you. You can't, and there's just hundreds and thousands of people, so it's like way different.
Yeah, were you checking? Did you look at the judges at all?
I did. I looked at every one of the judges. I waved at every one of the judges and made eye contact and made sure I was constantly smiling the whole time. And I mean, some of the guys, my friends were saying that some of the guys weren't even smiling. So I was like, that's a big deal. Is to smile.
Even on I'm looking at the judges always. I look at the audience very little. It's usually the judges or maybe just the states, and then the judges. You can't really see.
You can't see anything. No, you can't see. You can probably see like the first two.
You're better off just. But I like when they do it when they call your quarter turn, and I'm looking at the judges, and I look at them as long as I can. I get eye contact, and I have a good profile, so I think that helps me. Right?
It does. It helps a lot. I'm not even kidding.
Right?
Constant eye contact with judges.
And Joe told you that.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Good old Joe Valdez. Good old Joe Valdez. So
what I can say really about the posing is for everybody else out there in the world that it is weird when you're first doing it. Was it not weird for you?
It feels completely unnatural, and like, how do you put your body in that position?
Even looking in the mirror and trying to do it is weird for people and taking photos and stuff, but you kind of get over that hump and you get used to it and you get more motivated and confident the more you do it and see changes.
Well, Rusty Jeffers was my first guy that got me into competitive bodybuilding. We're working out first one. And, he would say, to get you where you want, or how you're supposed to look, saying, all right, remember how it feels.
Yes.
How does it feel like that? So that you can kind of, when you're on stage, you don't have a mirror, right?
Exactly.
So you kind of remember how it feels.
That's exactly what I do. I do the mirror first, and that way I see it, and then I remember it, and then I just practice.
And then the more you do those poses, especially probably for you, would probably be your back, because you flare that out. And the more you do that, if you notice, not only are you training to probably developing that area more, but I think just doing the posing brings those muscles even further out.
Also, to posture.
Yeah. So posing is super important. Rusty said you'll never look like that if you don't do that. Your body has to get used to that, and soon your muscles will form into that shape that everybody else has that you don't have. Because you look weird when you do it. You've never done it. And now you look, man, you're posing like a pro. I think you're gonna win. I mean, obviously you're a homegrown athlete. I'm gonna be rooting for you. And if they watch this, interview here, they see, how much passion you have for the sport. Not just the guy that's, in there for chicks that, whatever.
About that. It was when I was 21. It was about those things. Not anymore.
I never went through that stage.
Yeah, definitely not.
So do you want to thank anybody?
Yeah, actually, I want to thank my coach, by Joe, all my supporters, my mom, my dad, my family.
And how is that? Because that PT by Joe with all those dudes. I mean, it seemed that, I had you guys all in a group. There's some good camaraderie there, and that's not even all you guys, but, Jerry Hallberg and Brad Hollingsworth. Is Brad Hollingsworth? Brad? Yeah. I don't know. You know Brad, right?
I do not.
Oh, okay. He's some heavy-duty hitters over there at Physique with Joe. You seen all that?
Joe?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
He's got everybody that goes to Joe gets a ticket in the overall.
Nice.
I'm not kidding. So.
That's because Joe, he knows his stuff.
Right, so thank Joe.
Yes, my family, my sisters, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend. I want to thank all of them for supporting me and then just being there. I mean, as hard as it is for us, it's as hard as for them. Because
thank you for saying that. Thank you.
It really is.
You gotta have a great support system.
Exactly. You have to have a great girlfriend that supports you, and a great mom, a dad, or a boyfriend, or a girl. And just having a support system really helped me mentally. Knowing that they were there for me when I say, hey, I can't hang out with you guys this couple of weeks, or I can't chat with you guys. I really need to focus and crack down here on the next competition. I got 2 weeks, and you kind of shut them out because you kind of have to focus on, but they understand. So it's good to have that, and good to have a support team because growing up my whole life, the whole support team wasn't there. my mom and my dad have always been there, but friends and everything else wasn't there like it is now. That's what's really, it helps me climb even higher and higher, is having the support team. Like Joe, I mean, Joe was like the clincher of it all. I needed a great coach, and I'm glad I found Joe, so well, it was awesome.
You know, everything happens for a reason, man. And hopefully the stars are in line for, you know, instead of its name, in front of its name, NPC overall champ. Maybe next time I have him on the show, I'll be saying IFBB Pro. John Wertz in the house, you know. So if it doesn't happen then, it's going to happen. Dude, definitely stick with the sport. I know you've only done a few shows and look what's happened.
No, well, 3 in a row. That's my goal. 3 in a row.
Three's a charm, man.
3 for 3.
Thanks so much for coming on the show, man. The Bodybuilding Show, brought to you by ProSubs. I want to thank ProSubs. My oatmeal, 6-pack bags, Metroflex Gym, Right Now, Peter Jungle, and Swole Swag watches. Thank you very much.